So we are back here in the New York Giants playbook, and we got a good one here at a Gun Trio Y Flex for you guys. Let's just get right to it here. Come on, nickel. Just regular 2-4-5 play here. So we got Danny Dimes and the Giants here for you. And we have a couple different pass plays, a pretty good halfback base, but the pass plays do some different stuff that I'm going to get into. But let's get the run play out of the way. It's just a halfback quick base. If you don't like quick bases, whatever, they have a zone read, a read option, not a read option, an RPO. So I'm trying to think of. Oh my goodness. But whatever, halfback quick base, I like it too. We get a pulling guard, not a bad deal. Here I should have waited, but okay, you get the idea. Halfback quick base. That's your run play. You can pick whatever run play you would like. So curl flat is the first pass play we got here. And you see is Evan Ingram is on a delayed drag. So you can either leave him on that and put him on a drag, but then if you put him on a drag, I recommend putting Shepard on a streak. So if you drag A, streak B in this scenario. But back to how it was, you can also just streak Ingram. And you can just streak him and run the play as is. But that is mostly what I like to do. Basically use him as a clearing route, if I can speak. Clear it out for your crosser. And there you go. And what you're doing over here on the left of the side of the field with Kenny Golladay and Shepard is you're running a curl flat concept over there. So they run zone, you put the ball where it needs to be. Hopefully you don't have Daniel Jones. Or if you do have Daniel Jones, hopefully he has a throwing ability that makes him throw the ball harder. That would be good. So we'll run it one more time here with Ingram on a streak, and you kind of get the idea of, we'll go to the replay to show you. If you don't get the idea, we'll show you here. So we'll start with this curl flat because that's simple. This is not your terms of reads here. I'm reading this crosser. If he's open, you definitely want to take him. So, but if that crosser, like say the user takes it away immediately, and you can kind of see the streak with the crosser, so when he's coming across the field, so you don't really need to look at the streak if for a better way of saying that. But then your head flips around over here after reading the crosser to your curl flat, and I'm trying to throw that ball to the flat, but that's where Danny Dimes put it. But that's all good. Yeah, you just come back here, read whatever zone's over there, try to make your read. So run curl flat. We'll run it once with Ingram on a drag, Shepard on a streak. That's what we're looking at. And you still have the Saquon Barkley route out of the backfield. And if you have a throwing ability, you can put that ball in there. I shouldn't have. We'll just go to the replay. So if you have a throwing ability against cover 2, I mean, you could put that ball in there for sure. But overall, I should have taken this crosser because that was a defensive lineman dropping into coverage, and I should like that matchup. But regardless, though, you can fit that ball in on that streak, and that is a reason of streaking him as opposed to Evan Ingram over here. So, and then that's Ingram on the drag, and still obviously, as you see over here, I threw the ball early there, but it would also create a makeshift curl flat over here with Kenny Golladay and Evan Ingram coming over on the drag to fill that slot left by Sterling Shepard there. So that's your quick curl flat. A couple ways to run it there, but then you have Dagger here, and as you see, Dagger and curl flat. The guy that is on a crosser is different. And that is awesome, that your opponent cannot key in on one guy. That is great to have. And then you have, instead of a curl flat, you have a dagger concept with X and Y over there with Kenny Golladay and Slayton. You have a dagger concept. So it's really good. So what you can do again is leave Ingram on his drag, or you can streak him if you're trying to push the ball downfield. So we'll streak him on this one. And that was stupid. That was just stupid. So let's see here. Let's go to replay and we'll show you what we're talking about. So that's covered. I mean, I thought I could put that in, but I'm an idiot. So what needs to happen is my head needs to get around to Kenny Golladay probably, and put that ball there. But we'll go again with streak. And you see you can kind of get him going down the field. And also that does kind of clear out the field for Kenny Golladay, as you saw there. He filled the hole. And you can imagine the, let's get back to Dagger. You can imagine the user following Shepard out of the play, and Kenny Golladay just taking that spot, filling the middle of the field, and boom. So here we'll leave him on a drag just because we know it's 0. And you can also just, I mean, even if you don't know it's 0, like here, I mean, we don't know, I don't think it's 0 here, right? But let's leave him on a drag. And then you can still fit that ball. If you have a half, I mean, that's a bad pass lead too. But if you have a half decent quarterback that has a throwing ability, I mean, you can fit that ball in for sure in that spot. And again here, I mean, you got under pressure inaccurate. I'm gonna fit that ball in there. That is for sure. I will throw it as many, well, not this time. Not this time. I did have Saquon and X across the middle of the field, but I'm trying to fit this dagger route just to show you that these crosser routes, same with the other play. These crosser routes can fit in. I'll just take him, but he drops it. I'm trying to show you guys that these crosser routes do get into that tender area of the field. Here they send everybody. But yeah, I mean, they're two really good plays because the crosser routes are different. And I really like that because they can't key in on one guy. Usually you have one guy running crossers, one guy running a corner, like whoever it is, like whatever the situation may be. But in this case, you have same play or same formation, different play, it looks the exact same. And I really like that. And then, I mean, Ingram, I mean, having a fast tight end is a benefit if you're trying to push the field down there. So here we're going to fit that ball into B this time, finally. And you see there, they get into that tender area of the field. It's going to make them play their zone drops. It's going to make them put their zone drops at 20 or 25 yards. And then that's whenever you start taking the drag on Dagger or the flat on curl flat, or you're dragging Evan Ingram on this play. Whatever the case is, and here, I mean, I'm just an idiot and threw a pick six, but that's besides the point. That's not what I was trying to explain. But we still have one more play here that's totally different. Doesn't have a crosser in this, but it does have a couple corners, which is really cool because you're working the middle of the field in both of these plays. Really, you're trying to work the middle of the field. So then you throw wide receiver seam out there, and you can do kind of both. So you have that middle of the field. Obviously, you see it's big red line in the middle of the field, and here we might be able to hit it. They could be in 0, so let's just see they are. So we'll try to take a corner. Danny Dimes, man, that is rough. That is rough. So here they're kind of giving us a cover 2 shell here. So then you're trying to target this B route, and we're just going to run the stock right now. You are going to be able to streak X, but I mean, I'm just going to run stock here to start. So here we don't get cover 2. We try to roll out. Good Lord, man, that is rough. That is rough. So let's just run over the streak because I don't know what's going on. So obviously you have your corners, you know how to run corners. I'm trying to force this B route though, and you can see they did rotate to a cover 3, but I'm just an idiot. Let's see. So they go to it, and you can see these corners. That's also what I'm trying to show. So let's just do it. These corners get to that really nice spot in the field as well, where really no one covers them. The deep route doesn't cover them sometimes. I mean, that's a defense lineman, but even like a purple zone, they're gonna have to set their drops, which is really good. And same thing with this guy on the other side. Same deal. I'm just working, I don't know if this is, it's not necessarily the wide side of the field, but he's lined up further outside, so he has less room. So you could, I mean, you can see he has room. So like you can imagine the ball being on like this hash, the right hash, and that guy having a bunch of room over there. Just doing what we just did there with Evan Ingram, but on the other side. So we'll run this a couple more times here. And I pressed every button on my controller right there. Wow, I didn't know who that one was going to. That was crazy. Okay. So then you can also beat man with these guys, is what I was going to explain. So we do get Well, we kind of get man, but I threw it late. We got man, but I threw it late. Let's see if we can't get. So that was kind of man. He did get pressed off the line, and he did kind of stick him there. But you can see though these plays are all the same. Obviously they're all the same formation, and there you get your man beater. A little bit awkward, but you get the idea. And then same thing on the other side, obviously. And I would love to hit this cover 2 shell with this B route for you guys, but they just keep trying to put it in over his head. I'm trying to force that to him. But you guys get the idea here. Crossers that look the same from different guys is great. And also, if you want to leave Kenny Golladay while I'm on this play here, while I'm thinking about it, you can leave Kenny Golladay on this. Like, you can put him on a slant, do whatever you want with him. But like you can, yeah, like I mean, you can do that with him as well. Whatever you're trying to do. But all these plays look the same, and they work different areas of the field. And it's just a really nice mini scheme, especially if you're already in New York's playbook. It's one more scheme, one more little set of plays that you have at your disposal that you can run, and you can do different things with. You can do different things that maybe weren't in your scheme previously. So, and it's different. It's off meta. This one's kind of a little bit in the meta zone with the trio, right? Trio bunch and the same type of family, I guess, of formations if you're going to describe them that way. But you get the idea. So, off meta, always fun Madden. So, yeah, good stuff. If you like this kind of thing, if you like the off meta, subscribe to the channel. We do these. We try to put them out a few times a week, usually, if I'm not getting crazy with life, I suppose. But yeah, hope to see you in the next one, and yeah, peace.
As I